Can the Minnesota Timberwolves stay undefeated at home in the postseason?
This is Locked On Bets, the daily betting show that means business from the Locked On Podcast Network. Hosted by Lee Sterling and Kevin Rogers, they're dropping fearless picks with an inside edge to put money in your pocket. If there's action, they've got the lock. This is where smart bets start. It's Locked On Bets.
Welcome to the Friday edition of Locked On Bets. Kevin Rogers and Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports with you. And as always, we appreciate you making Locked On Bets your first listen of the day here on the Locked On Podcast Network. Nice buffet today. NBA, NHL, Major League Baseball, UFC. So we got it all for you today. Headed into a big weekend. And let's begin in Minneapolis for our NBA Lock of the Day.
Open it, open it, open it. Lee has the key to the Lock of the Day.
So the Timberwolves got what they wanted, a split in San Antonio, winning game one. They got blown out in game two, but they'll take the one win, and now they go back home. Like Lee mentioned, undefeated so far at Target Center in the playoffs, winning all three against Denver, including the game six clincher. So now let's see what Minnesota can do. San Antonio has had their struggles on the road, at least in the first half, the first two games at Portland before they came back and blew out the Blazers twice in the second half. So we'll see if the Timberwolves can take advantage here. Lee, the Spurs a 5-point favorite. What do you like?
Yeah, the line opened 3.5. And just as I thought, when I saw it come out, people are going to bet it, and the public has been all over it. Moved all the way to 5 points, moved 1.5 here. A couple things that I liked going into this game. Obviously, home court advantage. Wolves 3-0 against the spread at the Target Center. Also, no Wolves player played more than 28 minutes in the last game. I thought the coaching staff did a good job getting their starters out. They weren't going to win the game. Crowd is amazing in the Wolves home arena in the Target Center. I don't know what it is. Maybe, it's always spring. People are getting out for the first time, and they are loud. Couple other things as far as the matchups and what's going on with both teams. Wendy's still tossing up threes, and I think that's their game plan. I think they just want to say, hey, we're going to pack it in and have our center guard other guys when they come through the lane. And if, Wendy, you want to keep shooting threes, good luck to you. Like I said, he's only shooting 34% on threes this year. And I also doubt that the Timberwolves are going to have anywhere close to 22 turnovers like they had in the last game. They had some just foolish passes going for easy layups the other way. So I think they'll be focused. I think they'll be able to just operate on offense much, much better. They weren't doing a bad job in the half-court set. So, like I said, that crowd's going to be up and ready to go, and I think they're going to feed off it here. I'm taking the 5 points here. We're going to go with a level 2 lock to end the week here on Friday.
And so far, you've had the home teams seen a lot of success in the second round. Knicks won their first two at home. Thunder won their first two against the Lakers. The Pistons won their first two against the Cavs. And obviously, the Timberwolves, the only team to win on the road so far in the second round. We'll see if they can now hold serve at home. And again, you got that 1-1. Minnesota can take care of their business at home. Maybe they'll be in the Western Conference Finals. So, Lee, want to review yesterday and a 2-1 day for us. The Cavaliers, they end up losing to Detroit. So now Cavs in a 2-0 hole headed back home. But our two wins, nice victories both in the Diamond. The Athletics, they score 4 in the first, and the Phillies, they cruise in that one. And Bobby Witt Jr. in the afternoon game, you had 5-1 on him hitting a home run. Royals did lose, but Witt did go deep. So that was a nice hit. Always good to get those home run props.
Yep, he was locked in, went 4 for 4 with a walk. Can't ask for more. And I didn't mention it, but one of the other reasons why I did like him was the wind was blowing out and certainly helped in his blast to center field. So you always wanted, like I said, you like to have guys in the top of the order. You like to have the matchups, and you got to check weather, and weather certainly helped us there. So big day, another winning week. We'll take it.
Yeah, it's a nice comeback after had a struggle on Monday and now have come back the last few days and looking forward to another good day coming up today. So now with 3 picks to go, let's head over to the ice and our hidden gem.
To find a diamond in the rough, you need to dig a little deeper for those hidden gems.
The Sabres captured the first game against the Canadiens in their best-of-7 second-round series, and now Montreal looking to even things up at one apiece. And we're going to take the Montreal Canadiens tonight, full game for the Game 2 win to try to even up the series at one apiece. Right now, it's around plus 115, the Canadiens. A couple things here. Number one, probably a tough spot for the Canadiens in Game 1 off the Game 7 win over Tampa Bay, and now you're headed off to Buffalo. And the Sabres had some rest after they knocked out the Bruins, so a tough spot there. The Sabres got a couple early goals on Jakub Dobiš and ended up winning that game 4-2. Now, a couple numbers I want to throw out to you, Lee. Since mid-March, the Canadiens have not lost back-to-back games. They are 8-0 off of a loss. And you go back to the Tampa Bay series, they alternated wins and losses with the Lightning throughout. But even through the final month of the season, the Canadiens did not lose back-to-back. I think it was March 14th and 15th, the last time they've lost consecutive games. Also, the Canadiens gave up 2 goals in the first period to the Sabres. The Habs are 5-1 the last 6 games after giving up 2 goals in the first. So after a bad start, they have normally bounced back. And look, Buffalo made the smart decision. They put in the Lion King, Alex Lyon, in net, the former Panther and Red Wing, now finding a home in Buffalo. Luukkonen was playing the first few games of the playoffs, but then Alex Lyon has come in and played very well for Buffalo. But I think the Canadiens here, after kind of getting their feet wet in Game 1, and also with Dobiš too, in their regular season matchups, he did beat the Sabres twice. He did lose, obviously, Game 1, but he did beat them twice in the regular season. The 2 other games that Buffalo won, Dobiš wasn't in net. So I think they bounced back tonight here, got some good numbers on their side. Let's go with the Montreal Canadiens, full game against the Buffalo Sabres. Game 2 is our NHL Hidden Gem.
Yeah, I think you got to follow the numbers here. And the NHL, if you keep following the numbers the way that you have and some of these streaks, they're not stopping anytime soon. And I think it's going to get a little tougher here for the Buffalo Sabres.
Yeah, and the Sabres, we'll see who comes out of the series. Right now, they will likely face the Carolina Hurricanes, who are 3-0 on or 3-0 on Philadelphia. 7-0 so far in the playoffs for Carolina. They've been rolling along, and we'll see who ends up getting them in the second round. You have Vegas, Anaheim, the late game tonight, and then Minnesota, Colorado. They resume their series coming up tomorrow in St. Paul. So we still have coming up, Lee, Major League Baseball prop and UFC 328 headed to the Garden State, as they'll be at the Rock, the Prudential Center in Newark. And Lee's got a blowout there for UFC 328 coming up on Saturday. You don't have to get up early for that, so that's good. So we have all that straight ahead. You are listening to the Friday edition of Locked On Bets. Tell you now about FanDuel, and of course, the NBA playoffs, they are rolling along. The home teams have been killing it, and we'll see if the road teams maybe can get back into it or not. Sixers, a short favorite tonight against the Knicks, and the Timberwolves, they're home dogs at the Spurs. So every possession matters. The NBA playoffs, you're looking to get even closer to the action. FanDuel is a great offer to get you started. Right now, new customers can bet $5, you get $150 in bonus bets if your first bet wins. That's right. Turn $5 into $150 in bonus bets just for getting started. And we told you about this for a while. I'll tell you again, with FanDuel, what you can do besides placing your bets, obviously, is you can handicap your games inside of the app. You can see stats and trends and matchups before making your picks, which makes you feel pretty informed and you feel like one of the smartest people in the room. So that's pretty cool when you go to the FanDuel app. And again, the Stars out tonight. Knicks 76ers. Joel Embiid won't be there, but Tyrese Maxey on the Sixers side and Paul George. And then with the Knicks with Jalen Brunson, or even in the late game with Wemby, Anthony Edwards. You have a lot of choices for player props, or if you want to find maybe a role player, try to exploit that, or just go sides, totals, money lines. All of those choices you have for the NBA playoffs. It's really an easy app to navigate, and it makes the playoff basketball even more exciting from start to finish. Head to FanDuel.com to get started. FanDuel, play your game. The NHL playoffs are also continuing, and 2 more games tonight where every shift matters, every moment is intense, and the pressure is at its highest. 2 huge games. Buffalo looking to go up 2-0 on Montreal. Also, Anaheim and Vegas headed to Southern California for Game 3 of their series, tied at 1. And just like performance matters on the ice, it matters off the ice too. That's where Rugiet comes in. Rugiet offers treatments designed to help you get ready and stay ready when it matters. Their top option, Rugiet Ready, combines clinically proven ingredients in a simple mint that dissolves under your tongue. It works fast, often in about 15 minutes, and can last up to 36 hours. And they also offer Go Long, designed to help with both performance and control. It's all about confidence and feeling like yourself again. Head to Rugiet.com/LockedOnNHL and get 15% off your ED treatment. That's RUGIET.com/LockedOnNHL for 15% off. Rugiet, performance medicine for men. We continue Locked On Bets here on a Friday. Kevin Rogers and Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports. Full day of baseball today. And the Phillies, who were blown out by the A's last night, they remain at home taking on the Rockies tonight at Citizens Bank Park. And it's time now for our Bet a Little, Win a Whole Lot.
They say you'll miss 100% of the shots you don't take. So bet a little, win a lot.
Chase Dollander takes the mound tonight for Colorado, and the right-hander, he has started. Also, he's come out of the bullpen after openers too, so that's what we've seen with him this year. But Lee, what do you like with the strikeout prop tonight as the righty faces the Phillies?
This is a young kid out of Tennessee, and I've always been impressed with him. I think he's really starting to hit his stride here. 37 innings pitched, 42 strikeouts, facing a Philly team, likes to swing for the fences. And this year it hasn't turned out so well for him. So, I thought this prop would be like 5.5 here. It's 4.5 plus 165. So, if it was even money, I may stay away, but plus 165 certainly interests me here. So, Rupp, let's take a shot here. I think Chase Dollander might end up with 6-7 strikeouts if he's on like he has been so far this year. So Chase Dollander, we're going to go over 4.5 strikeouts plus 165. Bet a little, win a whole lot.
He had 7 strikeouts against the Mets earlier this season at Citi Field. So see if he could do that again. Another NL East opponent tonight taking on the Phillies. And not too far from Philadelphia, over in Newark, the UFC 328 card coming out tomorrow, so it's going to be a nice one, and it's time for our blowout special.
Oh, boy. Last one out, turn off the lights. This one's a blowout.
UFC 328, the home of the New Jersey Devils, Prudential Center and Newark. So nice card, Lee. And you like the lightweight battle, Grant Dawson and Mateusz Rebecki hooking up in that one. And what do you like for the blowout?
So Grant Dawson was cruising along. Had won 3 straight, and he ended up getting knocked out in the first round of his last fight. Now he's going to fight Mateusz Rebecki, who I think is decent, but just hasn't fought the level of competition. And also, don't think he has as many ways to win this fight. Dawson can win with a knockout, ground and pound, has a really good rear naked choke. In fact, has 5 wins that way here. So I think you're getting a guy, Grant Dawson, just coming off just a bad matchup in the last fight. Didn't look his best, but I expect him to rebound here. And Rebecki, his wins are against most of these guys that he's beaten aren't even in the UFC anymore. So we're going to go with a blowout special on Saturday night and keep rolling on our UFC picks. Grant Dawson, he wins big time here over Mateusz Rebecki.
All right, so looking forward to that, and also looking forward not to getting up early for Australia and UFC. At least it's in New Jersey in the Eastern time zone, so it's a reasonable time coming up tomorrow. So, Lee, a lot going on at Paramount Sports with the UFC. Another big card tomorrow. Also, Major League Baseball, NBA playoffs continuing, Stanley Cup playoffs rolling on as well. So what do you got at Paramount Sports?
All right, so the UFC card is huge. 5 selections, and we rate our selections from 10 to 50 units. Not only do we have a 40-unit, we have a 50-unit max wager. Only twice this year have we had anything more than a 40-unit selection. So when we had it in Miami, we went 7-0-1 and got robbed of a push on that one selection. So we love this card. You want to get all 5 selections, this would normally be $75. Just $35. And I'm going to throw in my basketball NBA playoffs for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm going to throw in my hockey in the playoffs Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and baseball. Everything just $35. So how do you get it? Just one place. If you order the UFC 5 selections for $35, you'll get that immediately. It's a drop down. As soon as you purchase it, a pop-up window will have all 5 selections. So you're ready to go and bet those right now to get the best lines. And then we'll also we'll text you the selections usually by 2 o'clock, 2:30 today for the other 3 sports, and probably by 12 noon at the latest on Saturday and Sunday. So a big time special. You're looking for a super saver pack, build up the bankroll, 5 UFC selections, $35, and all 3 other sports for the entire weekend, $35, ParamountSports.com, or call 800-400-9741.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Locked On Bets, as well as the podcast version you can find on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Type in Locked On Bets, and you'll be all set. For Lee Sterling, I am Kevin Rogers. Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of Locked On Bets right here on the Locked On Podcast Network.